Right, we can.
Yeah.
So what's your first name?
Ronnie.
Ronnie?
Yeah.
And so you've got fibromyalgia?
Yes, in arthritis.
And
I've had it
arthritis.
for now 28 years. A
Ooh.
really stuffed up hysterectomy when I was 35. They put a hole in my bowel.
Oh.
So then I think that's fine now. I don't
Yeah.
have that problem now,
Yeah.
it's healed. But I think it would have, that toxins would have gone through my body.
Yes.
And like I went in there feeling really good, and when I came out feeling like shite.
Well, you would.
Yeah.
Because guess what was in your system?
Yeah, shite.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was always a fit, healthy person, and so thank gosh they did it the vaginal way. So
Right.
the two things being close together, they've pierced the bowel.
Yeah, and it's not uncommon, sadly.
Yeah. And then so from then on, I wonder what was going on.
Yeah.
Because my belly just swelled up, and
Yeah.
and then things started happening, and people were thinking I was a hypochondriac, which I'm not, because
Yeah.
I'm quite a fit onto a person.
Yeah.
And it was just very depressing. So you get anxiety, you get depression,
Yeah.
dry eye, dry mouth, you dribble when you're sleeping. Now I have osteoporosis because that's part of fibromyalgia,
Right.
because it's like, what is it called? It's that part of your brain. It's like a little almond, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't shut off.
Yeah.
Like it's fight or flight. No, it's
Not the limbic. No.
no. That's the one. Yeah. And what happens is it doesn't switch off
Okay.
because you're always in
You're in fight or flight.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So then what happens is everything's still working, over time.
Yeah.
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 So no matter, I mean, I've been to hypnotherapy, you name it, I've tried it.
Right.
I'm on
What are your
it.
main symptoms? What?
My main symptoms now is like I'm really stiff. My back, yes, just the stiffness.
Stiffness.
Yeah, and I have a little bowel and all that horrible stuff that goes with it. So it's just the stiffness. You just want to be able to walk and not like be carried up your ass.
Yeah.
Just to feel like normal,
Yeah.
have nice normal steps and not like balance. And people look at you, you're like you're drunk. You're
Yeah.
not. Yeah. So just to feel normal would be nice.
Feeling normal would be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as I ask for a healing, basically what I do is I sort of, there's a wall behind me here, but I sort of imagine myself leaning back into God or into love or into my guides. So I lean back into good energy. There's basically two ways you can heal. One is to take your awareness into the body and feel how they feel and re-resonate the energy there. But if you did that, half an hour later I'd not be feeling so good, would I? Whereas if I work with advanced beings that feel amazing, all I do is feel their amazing energy, let them come in. Now what's happening for me is, just in your energetic space, as soon as I'm in there, I'm getting a tight pain down where my left ovary would be. Do you get pain down there?
Yeah, get it all over the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now sound started being used through me several years ago, maybe 8 years ago. I was in Palmerston North, I was in a motel room reading a magazine when all of a sudden my guide came in and said, "How long can you hold your breath?" And I said, "Go away." "How long can you hold your breath?" I said, "Go away." I'm reading a magazine. "How long can you hold your breath?" "I don't know." "Go away." "How long can you hold your breath?" "Go away." "How long can you hold your breath?" "Go away." "How long can you hold your breath?" He off, just completely. "How long can you hold your breath?" And in the end I went 45 seconds, and the next day sound started being used through me. Sound and light are the main technologies they use. Our bodies look solid, but they're actually made up of a lot of space. Scientifically, mathematically, our bodies are 99.99% space. If you want to understand that more, watch a DVD called What the Bleep Do We Know? And that's the science about these bodies being 99.99% space, and also there's a lot of other cool stuff on there. So when sound is used, there are several advantages. The sound can be used as a sonar to give them feedback on what's blocked, a bit like we'd use an ultrasound. The sound can also be used to break up pockets, like crystalline structures, pockets of energy that shouldn't be there. And the sonar can also be used to re-resonate energy, to increase its frequency so that you get well. Now they're working on the abdomen, because as much as I'm on the head, I can feel work being done inside the abdomen. What's it feeling like for you? What sensations have you got?
I'm actually feeling really relaxed,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Cool.
Yeah,
So the
and I
chance,
can actually see quite a lot of light.
yeah, so the chances are that what they're doing, my hand's on your head and they're trying to get to that Magdalene, what was it?
Yeah,
Medulla.
no, it's a
Magdalene.
amygdala, that's it.
Amygdala, that's
Yeah.
it, yeah. See, I'm a bank manager, I'm not a medical person. But yeah, that's definitely, they're working.
The
I
bright
can
light
feel
is
it in there.
awesome. I
Isn't
can
that cool?
So much bright light.
Yeah. Now those of you that have found me on YouTube, if you've not found me on Vimeo yet, I'm also on Vimeo, and the lovely thing about Vimeo is that you can put in a particular condition and see a particular healing. So if you've got, say, fibromyalgia, you can find 21 or 23 people there with fibro, different people being worked on. The reason that's popped into my head, there's one that I do, I'm working in one of the Auckland venues, and there's a lady there that was really not well at all, and then she just saw a blinding flash and all the pain in her body just disappeared on the spot.
Wow.
And so there's one, if you Google flash of light, the lady that sees a flash of light, we don't capture it on camera, she just experienced it within her. It was like brighter than lightning, and all the pain just got taken away. So what is pain? Let's think about what pain is. Could be chemical, couldn't it? It's most likely chemical. Could be tension, muscular tension. When you think, you experience thought in your head. That's a really interesting question. What is thought? You know, sound, if it makes a noise, it makes a noise, but do the thoughts in your head make a sound? I've got all these lovely questions I could ask you. So when they use sound, what it makes the particles vibrate. And as they vibrate, they give up what they're holding on to. And as they give up what they're holding on to, so stuff gets released and your body returns to health. And it really is that simple. One of the things that can get in the way is our thought processes. We've given our power away now for a long, long time to doctors. I mean, how crazy is it? We've got an ache in our body. We go to a doctor and sit down and ask our doctor what's wrong with our body. Think about that. Yeah? How's he going to know? I mean, if I go to a doctor and I've got a problem with my vagina, I mean, how is he going to know what on earth that feels like? I can describe it in whatever words, he's not going to have a clue. Do we have any doctors here tonight? Oh, what a surprise. I've been in New Zealand 20 years. Only 2 doctors have ever come to my event, to the best of my knowledge. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of nurses, though. Seriously, lots of nurses come. Now, I'm not pushing your head forward, but clearly something is, eh? What's it feel like for you?
It's just telling me to go right down.
Yep, go on. Now, within the sound, there's a sound, and you have to listen really, really carefully to pick it up. The sound very often goes right through us. What they're doing is clearing energy down the spine. If you're low in energy, usually we've got to check the spine. There we go. Now, have you ever experienced anything like that before? Something moving you that strongly?
No.
No. I'm not allowed to manipulate, and so if they do need to do anything, for me what's happening is I've got an incision on my left is above me over now, it's in my stomach. So they're using me as a surrogate. So rather than having a medical book or going on the internet, what they do is they look at my body, they look at how my body is, they look at the patient's body, they look at what needs to be different, and then they match. They take information, data from here and transfer it across. Sometimes, like on this healing, I get a temporary pain to help me understand this healing is not complete. Don't start with the next person. Once that pain's all gone out of my body, then we're fine to go. From time to time, you'll see me making this gesture that I'm doing now. It's like a bit like a figure of 8. This usually means a healing is complete on one level, then they'll work on the next level. Sometimes they switch guides, different beings come through. Now, how's it feeling for you at the moment?
I feel quite relaxed. Still got a little bit of pain and stiffness, but hey, that's to be expected. But in comparison to the way I was, I feel a lot more relaxed.
Cool. Now they want you just to walk around a little bit because they want to have a good look at the spine.
Yeah, that's pretty naked. Okay,
Let that thought go.
Yeah.
Everything in your body can rebuild.
Okay. Stand up straight. That's what I have to do. That better?
Yeah.
Much better. You can actually see. Yeah, it feels better. So wobbly on my feet.
Yeah.
Feel a bit more balanced.
Cool. Yeah, and then sit down again. Cool. Now this time they want you sitting facing this way, so the chair's still facing that way. They want to get all the way down here.
Cool. Did you notice the difference?
So, along my journey, there's been lots and lots of teachings. If you've never read any of the books I've written, I recommend you start with Medium Rare. That's my first book. That explains how I transitioned from bank manager to medium. And lots of really good spiritual insights in there that people tell me help them enormously and help validate for them their own experiences. And that's on special at the shows. Usually that's, like tonight, it's $10, whereas normally it's $20 through the website. So what they're doing now is they're clearing the spine. This is very, very important, your spine, because earth energy comes up through chakras in your feet, comes up your legs, into the spine, and then spiritual energy comes down through the crown. And these chakras have been known about for thousands of years. If you look at Ayurvedic medicine, they've known about the chakra system for at least 5,000 years. Now what happens sometimes, because there's more than one surgeon working here, they talk to each other. And one surgeon's just said to the other, nice, and this is to do with what they've done within the spine. So just have a walk around again now and notice how that feels.
Ooh. God, I feel like I've been pushed here, isn't it? My arms pulled up. Right. Oh yeah, much better. Look at the run. That's good. That's good.
That's good.
It's much better.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
That's enough now?
Yep.
Good.